Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. And I thought before we put the lace on the outside, which I know we already did one piece, maybe we should go ahead and sew the signatures in and see how that goes. So I've never done a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I've had some instructions here. I have them in 2 different ways to hopefully keep me set. So I know, first of all, the 5-hole, we're going to start in the middle. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start in the middle here, like I normally do with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I'm going to go, so my first is going to be here, 2, 3, going up, and then I'm going to come back down, 4, skip the middle, 5, 6, come back up, 7, and then back through for number 8, coming back through the middle. So if that doesn't make any sense, here's another section here. So I have the outside of my spine and the inside of my spine. So my inside is, that's where I'm going to start, going inside the spine like I normally do, and I'm going to poke my hole through the middle of the signature and then out. That's what those little arrows are for. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, coming down 4, skipping the middle, coming to 5, and then 6, going back up 7, and then going back through to the middle to end where I started. Does that make sense? So I figure if my brain goes crazy on me, I have 2 different ways I can look at it. So let me just grab a little tray here and throw the laces that I have here in my way. Let's get some distraction out of our site. Found this little pouch that I had picked up at an estate sale that I just have over in my little things that I like to showcase for myself, I guess. Like, I like to dress my craft room up a little bit. So let me see what we have in here. And I think I might have a big needle or a long needle, at least something with a point on it. Ooh, there's another one of those little shovel-y things. I don't know what that is. Okay, there's a point and it's longer. Okay, there's a good one. Let's see. Oop, this one's also a good one. It's got a nice wide piece there, and I know that's going to be significant for the whole, but it's the same, I feel like, as this whole piece right here, so that's not too crazy for me. Ooh, look at that big one, but that's got a teeny tiny hole. I wonder how strong that is. Oh, I don't want to bend it, so I won't use that to poke. No and no. No. No, these are pretty cool though, aren't they? So, and then I gotta get them all back in here. Okay, I don't want to stab myself on or off camera. And my fingers aren't wanting to work. They're not happy. This finger woke up super angry. All my sewing stuff that I've collected, I didn't grow up with a seamstress in my house. I've always just been attracted to it, and I've loved it. I've always loved watching people sew and listening to them sew. It's always been a thing that it's just something that I don't know, just makes my spirit happy, I guess. So, but I've never really learned. I've tried a little bit, but I'm so dangerous with the needles. But that, I mean, there we go. Ooh. But that's okay. Just because I love to watch it doesn't mean I have to know how to do it. I mean, I love to eat, but I really don't like cooking. So there's that. I'm going to put this in here in my little pouch for a minute. And then these ones, the reason why I was pulling them is because I think I want to stick them in here if I like them right there so I don't forget them. Okay, let's get on with sewing. So signatures are done. And I've labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4, and back and front so that I know where they're at, where they go. So this is the back. I'm wondering if I want to start with the front one or the middle one. I think I'm going to start with an inside one. So this is the back. We'll stick that one aside. This is number 3, number 2. This is the front, and then this is number 1. Okay. I'm choosing to take all my signatures out while I sew them in because I think it's going to be a lot easier that way. I was using these paper clips, but they're not on all of them. They're not capturing everything, so I'm going to take them out. This is where I feel like I need to be careful because I can't move things around. I've already committed. I'm going to leave that little sticker on there for a minute because I don't care. I don't think it's going to be in the way. So just opening them up, I want to make sure that everything's the way I want it. I don't have anything that's directional, so except for my bird, and I just had to make sure if I want the bird on the front or the back, which I know I wanted it on the front. And the only other thing I was really hoping to try to do for myself was line my papers up in a way that they just complement each other with the layering. So now I got these big paper clips, so they're just not that tight, and I don't have that many papers, so I'm hoping that this will work. My crazy hands don't want to be friendly. Okay, maybe I need to change my mindset. I have the most friendliest fingers and hands, and they love to work with me easily and effortlessly. How's that for a good affirmation? All right. I just need to trust my hands to do the job right. Or maybe not even, maybe just to do it well, to behave. There, see? Focusing, I think sometimes like the affirmations, it just helps me to focus on something else, so I'm not focusing on the thing that's I'm over-focusing on that stresses me out. There. Yay. I really would like them all to be captured. There we go. So I just want to make sure that's all the way down. And I'm going to open that flap because I think that's going to be the easiest thing. Then I have to decide, like, am I going to care if they're like a little bit different? Do I need that one to be up? I do. I think that one needs to be up. So maybe get a clip on that. I just want to hold that so it's not in my way. So I wish I would have sewed it before I put the lace down. I'm wondering, can I just pull the lace up? Oh, yeah, I can. Yay. All right. Okay. Yes. Now I just gotta hope I don't sew it down, but that's all right. Hopefully I can use my eyes good enough to see that. All right. Now here's where you can decide where if you want to mark it with a pen and then poke it, or just go for it and do the whole thing together. I only have a few pages. I feel like I can just go ahead and pre-do my holes and then line them up. So let's hope for the best here. I suppose I could have done, if I would have maybe put this in here. Well, I'm not really being a very good teacher right now, am I? I feel like what I'll do is I've got that down where I want it. I've got my papers where I want them. I'm going to go ahead and just clip this to the book to hold it in place. And I'm going to make sure that that's all the way inside my journal. And I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to over worry. I'm going to try not to over worry because honestly, I'm going to put lace and stuff. So I do have some places where I can kind of have some secrets. All right. I'm not going to do this side because I want the freedom to push it in. Does that make sense? So if I have this clip down, like this side, will allow me to do that. Or is this side even going to give me some problems? I'm so stressed out because I've never did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. It's just 2 extra holes. Is it that big of a deal? To anyone who's done it, is that big of a deal? All right, let's see. Maybe I'll grab a ruler and just kind of push that in and get it nice and snug in there. Maybe I'll try that cradle. So my cradle's just too small for my hands is all, I think. So doing it this way, all my holes are going to be in a different spot, I feel like. And the one thing I liked about the awl is that, I might have to use it just to get my hole started, is that I have a handle to hold on to. Where these needles, when I'm sewing, I have those, but I can't make my holes, I'm not able to with my hands. So I'm going to start in the middle. Can you see? I don't know if my head's in the way. Let me stand up and see. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. Maybe I'll just stand up and do the whole thing and see if that helps me. So I'm going to go in the middle, guesstimation, and I'm going to poke my hole through there. So what I like about the cradle is that everything's sitting the same way, so hopefully it all goes down in there. And then I'm going to go And then I'm gonna go about an inch or so to the top and then to the bottom, and then I'm gonna make my 4th and 5th holes there in between that. So I'm gonna come up, I wanna grab that page here. I want all of it inside. So I'm gonna go about right there, so closing it up so I can get my hole in there good, I hope. Whoops, keep bouncing it around in there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing down here. And then I'm gonna come in, so now you can see I have those holes. And then I'm gonna put my 4th and 5th one in between those. I feel like it went all the way through because it's all just really, it's just paper. There's nothing really too heavy, except for that fabric. Yeah. They all went through. I can see all the holes. I don't know if you can see them, which is nice. So now I can see where my holes are and should be able to sew this in. Should. Let's see. I'm gonna go just 3 times my length. 1, 2, and 3. I'm not gonna worry about having something to, having enough to dangle, because honestly, if I want something to dangle, I can always string something in there and hang it. I don't have to just use these. And I don't know how much more of this I have, and my other one is very thick, and I don't want to use the real thick stuff. So I think before I go further, I'm gonna just test out my needles here and see what I like. See what I'm seeing? Like, see how I'm grabbing that right there? I have to be careful now because I pulled it up, so I have to go through that way. Yeah, I like that. I think that one's gonna work nice. I'll put those up here for a minute, out of my way. And I'm going to just thread my needle a little bit there so I have some on there. All right, so I'm just gonna make sure, I wanna get that in there nice and snug. I've got my holes already done. I'm gonna go ahead and start in the middle here. I have my facing up, which I don't know if that matters to you. It matters to me because it helps me to follow my directions. I'm gonna stick my needle through right there. Oh, that worked out nicely. I like this longer needle, definitely better. I just want enough in here to have something to tie, for sure. So let's get my little list out here. So 1 and then 2 is the next going up. So I'm gonna go just like I normally would. So I'm gonna go 1 and then I'm gonna go 2. Finding my little hole right here. And then hoping that I can get it. Keeping it kind of bent is, I think, is part of the key, but it doesn't always work out for me. Especially since I don't think I have this in there very tight. It felt good. Nope, was not good. Well, maybe I just open it like this and just go through. Nope. All right. There's my little roller. Scooch it in really good. Keep it bent. That's part of the key. You're supposed to keep it bent, so that kind of, or slightly, so that so it goes into the same place that you poked it to begin with. So I can feel it going through some of them, but not all of them. I think I have to take these clips off so I can see what's going on. See, I'm poking a hole there. I don't want to do that, and that's why my hole went through there. What the heck is happening here? See, and this is right there. Going through that one, yep, and yep, and yep. That's much better, and then going through. Oh, holy cannoli. Okay, here we go. Back in business. I don't think I need those clips on. I think that was part of it. I think they were good just to hold it for the one part to get the holes made. But I think now I'm just going to take the one side off so I have some freedom to see what I'm doing. And then we're going to poke that back through there. And then, whoops, I want to go through the same hole that I made in the beginning. There we go. All right. So see, I went through, out, and then I came back up that one. All right, now I need to come from the other end. I need to come back through this hole without splitting that waxy thread. Let's see. Hopefully, since I already made a hole, I can get in there easier. And then holding this lace up because I want that underneath. I want the threads underneath it. So coming back through there again. See, what is happening here? Why do I keep doing that? I'm telling you, I have sewn so many signatures. I have never had an issue until I do it on camera. I'm sewing shy, I guess. I don't know. Jeez. Just Lord have mercy. Well, my gosh. This is just a nightmare for me here. So as you can see, my hole is not completely lining up, but I think I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens. For whatever reason, my hands do not like to sew on camera, but so I'm gonna skip. Now I skip, right? So I'm gonna go, so I went 1, 2, 3, and then now I'm in, that was 4, right? And then I'm gonna come down here to go to 5 and wish me luck. Yay, happiness. Okay, can we just keep going smoothly now, please? And then I have to come back through this hole. Okay. This is Nervous Nelly here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna make sure my hole's good. First of all, give myself something to focus on here. I can obviously go through that way pretty easy. Why can't I bring it back through? I don't know. And maybe if I can follow that hole. Nope, sure, I didn't do it. How far did I get? Oh, I got almost to the middle one. I'll show you, see, I got almost to the middle one. That was definitely closer than I have been, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, hopefully, there we go. Yay! We're not done yet, but yay! Okay. Give that a little tug. I'm trying to be careful because I made a giant hole there. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and now put this back through here, and I don't want to split it, and I want to make sure I didn't sew my lace. Okay. Okay, and that one through. It always goes through that way a lot easier, doesn't it? Got a big mess going on over there. And then I have to go, now I have to take it for my last stitch, I have to take it back through the middle and see how loose this is already right there? I don't like that. So I think I'm gonna try to address that now, just for a sec here. Okay, much better. Just gonna tug on these a little bit. I don't know if I'm on camera. Everything's like stopping me here. So I have one on top and I have this one on bottom. I'm just kind of giving them a tug, trying to pay attention to not like over stress anything. And then I'm going to come through here. And everybody cross your fingers and your toes and wish me luck. Oh, so close, so close. Hallelujah. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pop that over now. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, talk about breaking out in a sweat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get that snug as I can. And then I mean, it's not a heavy signature, but I still don't want it to be like, you know, falling out of there. Let me get these out. Okay, so I'm going to try to get that tight, and then I'm going to swing these little threads back over. So I already have one on, let me start all over here. Let me start all over. So I have one on each side. My beginning, my ending. Okay, here's that piece, which I need it to be snug, so I want it to have a little bit more stability with it, so I'm going to go ahead and now crisscross them and then tuck them under so that they end up back on their same side. I think that's how you do it. For leverage. For leverage, right? Is that how you do it? Yep, it is. And now I'm going to just give it a tie that way, and then that way. There we go. And then look at my crazy stitching. So handmade. Handmade. I decided to do my inside signatures first, my 3 big ones, because I'm going to show you right now something that I've already found that I'm not positive that I'm going to like, because I did all that sewing and I've already like messed that up a little bit. If I'm going to put a signature in this little piece right here, a tiny one, which I don't know now if we should be doing that, but I guess we won't know for sure unless we try. But what I want to say is I don't want to go through those same holes. So I need to be conscientious about putting my holes here and here in between it. Do you see what I'm saying? And then I can cover that all up. But I may also, I know I already put lace down, but I may actually have to tear this up a little bit just to reinforce that. But at the same time, I don't want to make these spines so thick and heavy. I guess over time when it's pressed down, it'll hold. All right, so we have one in. Number 1. We have some secrets here to address. See? So that's okay. That's okay. I wanted these to be mostly for just writing space, but with a little bit of decoration. So now we know on this one where some decoration is going to be taking place. But I like it. What do you think? We've got one signature down. And now we're going to try to get another one in and see what happens. Let's see if I lose my mind. I might seriously need a cocktail after this. I probably shouldn't have started this first thing in the morning if I'm thinking on those lines. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to have a cocktail. I might want a cocktail, but I'm not going to have one. Okay, here we go. So, number 2. Let's see. This is number 2. And I'm going to take my paper clips off. So I'm going to go 3 of these again. So 1, 2, 3. And I guess I can just do that again for the next part. Jeez. Work smarter, not harder, right? Here we go. I always hear my husband saying that. Work smarter, not harder. I love throwing that back at him though when he does stuff. I'm like, oh, was that smarter or harder? I'm so confused. So, do we just, I'm not going to worry too much. I mean, they're layered, but I just want to make, as long as they have this layered look, I don't care if they're even, Steven. That is definitely the least of my concerns. So, perfect. except when I do stuff like that. There we go. Maybe it would be easier to mark them first and then do one thing at a time, but I don't know. I think they're thin enough. I think it's going to be the same situation. I think there's just a madness about me and a little bit of insanity. Okay, so we're going to do that. And now, I don't think this was directional. Nope, not directional. Just whatever I like. I think for the top of the bottom, I think for the most part it would be the middle piece, how I would like it. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. And then, oh, directional as this has to be on this side, but of course, that's the only directional. Oh my gosh, did I pay attention to that in the beginning? In the first one? We'll find out. Yeah. Well, there's that. Oh, because the bird. I had the bird to help me. Lordy. Get it together, lady. So this is going to kind of be maybe in the way. Maybe? We don't know. Let's just get that down like that, maybe, and see. Because I got two flippy flaps there, and I don't want to break them. Okay. And then maybe we'll just go ahead and pin this one down like that so it's out of my way. And I do have that lace there, so it's going to be bothersome. Could be. Maybe it won't be. I shouldn't say that. It's easy. It's wonderful. It's in the right place. Okay, so making sure that my signature's in there. And this is where I probably should use those clips. Maybe this is where I needed them. So let's see. I'm going to stick this in there. I guess I'm just going to bundle the whole thing down here. Meaning I have this flap here too. So I think the other part too has just really, we'll see. I don't really know. I'm guessing. It's all a big guess right now to me as to why I am struggling so much. But you can see how my signature is coming down there. I don't want that. So I'm not sure why I'm doing that to myself. Okay, so stick it in that way first, I suppose. And I think I'm going to hold it down that way. I know we usually go top and bottom, but I can't clip all that in. There we go. Instead of doing that right there. Maybe I'll do it down here on this one. And then I'll do this one the same way as the top one. I'm just going to go here in the middle instead. See if that helps me out a little bit. Okay, now I have to get my holes, right? So we have the little fatty here to make the first poke. So what I'm doing, because when I fold this whole thing in half, it has all these spines. I'm trying to get this, just the one I'm going to sew into. I'm trying to separate that into my little thingy here. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So like when it goes in, it's just that one, okay? But I can't do that and show you at the same time. So I'm gonna, now you know what my plan is. Let's see if it works. Stand up again here. Let's see. So same thing, I'm gonna go middle first, top, bottom, and then in between those top and bottoms in the middle there to get my 5 holes. And I kind of want to get them all sewn in today because I already know that my fingers are going to hurt from doing this. They're not going to hurt any worse or any less by doing all of them. They're going to hurt no matter what. So I'm just going to power through and deal with it. You know, it's just the way of life, right? I mean, before my painful my painful times in my power throwing was raising teenagers. Just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Okay, make a commitment here, girl. Just commit to the hole. And I'm going to go in between that one, and I'm going to go in between this one. Okay. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this longer needle here, and I'm just going to stab it through my holes this way. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one too. Get that one through. Yep. Good. And this one. Nope, that's not working. I got this paper clip in my way. I'm gonna take it off. See, it's just not lining up again. See, that's good. Okay, maybe I do need this little fatty. Okay. Shouldn't talk so much crap about my little foul. Oh, it's teaching me a lesson here. Like, see, you did need me. All right, just throw it. All right, stick you in there. I'm gonna take my little string here. Let's see if we can do this a little bit more easier. Hopefully it was one of those things where the first one's the hardest and everything else is just, you know, easy after that. So in through the middle. Okay. Maybe me a tail. And then I'm gonna go, I don't even know which way the top is. It doesn't even really matter. I just have to go in through the second hole no matter which way it is. So I'm pretty sure this is the bottom. Okay, what the heck what am I doing here? Did I just make a circle? What am I doing? Oh, did I do the same way twice? Silly girl, no wonder why it was so easy. Okay, who watched me do that? I'm just gonna take my needle off. No big deal. That honestly was already easier than the last signature. So there, put that back on there. Okay. I was like, wow, it went in so easy. No wonder. Oh, it still did. Yay. Okay, maybe that's part of the trick. Maybe it's, I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but maybe that's part of it, is just having a fatter hole to work with so I can see it and feel it. Okay. Now we're going to have to come back down to the second from the top, or bottom, whatever it is, staying away from the middle. The middle, the three middle holes are the ones that have it, that your needle goes through twice. But the middle hole, you go through the first time and you go through the last time. My tail's not that long, but that's all right. It's still enough. So I'm gonna skip it now, and I'm gonna come down here. And then I'm gonna go to the very bottom. That's seriously, lordy, lordy. Okay, well, there we go. My all showed me, didn't it? And then I'm going to come back through. I also am not fighting through glue and all that other fabric, or that lace. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of reasons why the struggle was so intense. And I'm going to come back through the middle again. My gosh. And I'm not going to worry. I ended up on both sides, on the same side. I ended both my strings on the same side. That's okay. Just move it through that way. Taking these off. Now I don't need them. There. I don't need these. I'm going to finish pulling that through. See how much I did not leave myself hardly any room there, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna tuck this underneath here for the leverage. This one's gonna go that way. There we go. I got a little fuzz there. We don't need that. Okay. I do want to make sure, like, I feel like I don't have it that tight. Let's just take a little peek. Oh, they feel good on that end. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, well, let's go for it. And there we go. I'm gonna cut that now because it's gonna drive me crazy. And, okay, so let's see. We have this one in, whoops. Okay, let's see. We have one signature there. That can stay like that. And then we have a signature here. Yes. Yes, okay, that's good. And then we have that, and this is all done. Oh my gosh, okay. We have one more to do. And this is the back one, which I have clipped together here with this. Get my needles up there. My gosh. So I want to go through there. I have my fabric right there. I think maybe I'm gonna I'm gonna bunch all these together here so they stay out of my way. Let's see if that works. I want this fabric here, this lace, just to kind of stay out of my way. So I think I'm gonna pinch that down like that, grabbing a hold of hopefully all that stuff. There we go. Okay, and then I have like a regular thingamajigger. Okay. Starting in the front though, this would be the front. We're gonna drop it in here. Okay. All right. Here's the signature. Okay. Yep, I like everything about it as well. And you can see my edge punching. See how how that piece got cut. So that's something we'll address too. This I do need to make sure, because like I said, it is directional. I wanted this to be on the front like when you first open the book. So when I open the book, I want it to be this way. I think if I did this again, I would take my papers that are even with my envelopes. I might make them just a little bit shorter so that I don't have to try to be so careful at trying to make sure that they're lined up. I mean, so far it's okay. It's just, why have added struggle when you don't need it? Okay, so I can't, because the way I bundled it in there, I'm not able to put my paper clips where I would normally put them, but I think it should still be fine. Like this, I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. Maybe we'll find out in a minute. So just make the holes, and then here's my thing here is, look, I have these two. I just want that piece in here. Let's see, will I be able to do it? I don't know, because I've got everything bundled up. We're gonna try. I'm so rough with all my stuff. All right, 5 holes. This is like the longest video in the world. Some of it's gonna have to be edited out. I am sorry. I'm gonna try to show as much of my struggle as possible, but part of that's gonna have to come out because it's really the same struggle over and over again. Okay, and this video is super long. Okay, and then we have this one up here. So same process, and then I'm gonna just do this one, commit. You started the hole, just commit. Okay, there. Now, move that guy. move that ruler. And see, I have this ruler right here, but I honestly don't understand how to use it, so. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna poke this through all the holes, making them a little bit wider because that seemed to really help. Yep. Okay, let's see how we fare. Where'd my other string go? And let's go first one in. Okay, one in. I'll leave this string here, I think, like so. Then you go, so into the middle, and then I'm gonna go the one right next to it, the middle, going up. Oop, and I went right through, thank goodness. Making sure I'm doing it right. Yay. Back through now I'm gonna go all the way to the top and go from the inside to the outside. Okay. And then I'm gonna come back down to the second one that I did from the top, second to the top. Go through there, all right on. Okay, pull that through, nice and, whoops, give it a little tug, but not too tuggy. Did I do too tuggy? Well, I don't know yet. Okay, and then I'm gonna skip my middle. I'm gonna go down past the middle, and I'm gonna go to the second to the bottom. There we go. Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Oh my gosh. Oh, why couldn't they all be this easy? And then I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom hole, and I'm gonna stick my needle through there. Oh my gosh. Whoever was sending me those positive vibes and prayers, thank you. And then I'm gonna pull that and give it a little bit of a tug. And then I'm gonna go back to the second to the bottom hole and go from the inside of the spine to the outside. Okay. And then you can see right here, I've got some loosey-goosey going on, so I'm gonna grab my middle string and I'm gonna give it a tug and I'm gonna pull that back down in there. And, well, obviously I did because you can't see that little loosey-goosey thing anymore. Okay. Now, for the final stitch, I'm gonna go back to the middle and working to not split my thread, I'm gonna go right in there. And I did it. Pull it through. They need to be on opposite sides, so I'm just going to feed that. Oops, I have a little extra thread in there. I'm going to feed this through like that. And there we go. And then for extra leverage, I'm going to go up that way. And then this one, I'm going to go wrap it down there like so. I don't need this needle anymore for this signature. Set that up there with that one. Okay, and then pull them together against each other and then give it a nice double knot. There we go. Oh my gosh. Whew. Could it have been any easier? Just kidding. It should have, I mean, like, honestly, it really is an easy thing to do. I think I just need to not overstress. I overstress. There we go. Take those clips off and then these clips off. So I'm going to apologize right now because I know a lot of the beginning part I'm going to have edited out because of my struggle. And I think I was just so consumed with this lace and everything that it was just making things crazy for me. But I did show you on those, the last two signatures, how we got them in. So I feel like that's good and successful. I'm also going to sew in, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I have them cut. I won't know if it's too much or not until I do it. I'm just going to stick them in there. This is the back one. This is the front one. I do want to put that in there. I liked it to begin with. I'm going to have to struggle with this lace a little bit again and see And I also kind of want to do it again because I want to see, was it really the lace? Was it really the hole that wasn't wide enough to begin with? What is my hang up? Because I really don't want to do that again. I don't want to have that hang up anymore. That was exhausting. I'm going to get these paper clips off because I don't need those. And I'm not even sure if I showed you what I finally decided on. So I have this one, which I had taken in, out, in, out. I decided I'm going to keep it. I don't mind it. I mean, I'm doing a lot of inking. I think it looks nice. And then I got that plain one. And then I have the inside. So with this one, I just have to decide where I want it, obviously, and where I want it to land, because I want this to be, you know, I want the outside to show. I want the lace to show. And I only really need the bottom, a little bit of the bottom to come out like that, because I like this, and I might be doing some more layering. We don't know. We don't know yet, because Sandra changes her mind a lot. So weird. I keep talking about myself in the third person, but sometimes I feel like there's more than one of me here, and I'm arguing with them. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna hold that like that, and this like this. I just really have no rhyme or reason except for I just want to try to hold that still. And I get my ruler here, my wooden ruler, just to press that in there. Whoops. While holding it together. Just kind of hope for the best. Let's just see what happens. I mean, this is the first one I've ever made. I literally can just make this for myself if I want to. But I think I have other plans for it. Pretty sure I have other plans for this. I'm actually, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really fully committed anything. I think it depends on how much I like this, because I really do like it. And if I can get another one done before I hit 1,000 subscribers, because I was thinking about using this as my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Now, this is the one where I said I have to be careful of where I'm putting my holes, because I don't want to, you know, put the holes where I already have holes. So let me get this together here. I wish I had bigger clips around me here, but I don't. I want to make sure that I'm not going through these holes again. So when I look at this, I think I need to make sure I just kind of go here. I'm trying to think about this. If I just, do I do 3 holes? I would have to do 3 holes to get it inside and outside, right? In, out, in. Yeah, so. I'm just gonna kind of guess. Do I need some lead in my pencil here? My top one is right there. And so I'm gonna go here. And then my middle one is right there, so it's pretty close. Sheesh. Eraser, please. Maybe I'll start with the middle one. My middle one's right there. So, okay, so I'm gonna go right there, and I'm gonna go right here. Does that seem crazy? I don't want to do that either. Okay, back it up. Back up. Beep, beep, beep. All right, one more time. My middle one's right here, like right there. So I'm gonna go right above it. There we go. So I'm only gonna do 3 on this one. So then we're gonna go, I wanna know where my very top one is on this, because I don't wanna go there. And it's right there. So maybe if I go a tiny bit above it, like right here, and then maybe if I go this one down here, so there's that one right there. So if I go all the way down here. All right, we're gonna try it and see what happens. I'm gonna stick this piece only in there. It's a big piece though. And we're just gonna hope for the best. Let's see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? Let's say that. What's the best that can happen? It works out, yay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. I mean, like, what do we do? Just like redouble, like extra reinforce it? Okay, success. I'm also don't want to split my, I don't want to sew those threads again, do I? No, no. And then what about this one? Yay. Okay, that went through the lace there, but oh well, too late. Did it. I'm not gonna worry about it. This one too. Oh, that's like, is that right on there? Well, I guess we'll learn something. So I'm gonna figure, we'll figure this out together. We don't know. I don't have anything cut for it, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take those ones off. They're driving me crazy, and I'm hoping, I'm just gonna see what happens. Thread that through there. Okay. And we're just gonna go through the middle, under the lace, because I already put that lace on, and I want to be careful, because I still want it to go back and lay down pretty and nice. Now I'm gonna leave this one out, because I think if I let the dangle, I would do it in the front. If I have room. And I'm gonna go to the top. And it's right here, I think. No, where is it? Oh my gosh, did I do the top one first? No. I did not even get my hole in my thing. Look at that. Silly. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just pull that back down. And I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that hole, because that's just gonna be a cover up, I guess. And I'm gonna just hope for the best, poke it through. It should be easy. It's only a few pieces of paper. There we go. All right. I mean, I could just go with the whole 3-hole punch. I mean, the 3-hole punch, 3-hole thing. I mean, 5-hole thing. Oh my gosh, spit it out, girl. Maybe that's what I'll do. Make it purposeful. Okay, we have to incorporate it. We did it, right? I did it. So there we go. I think this will be easier in the long run than trying to cover that hole up. You know what I mean? So now I don't want, where do I want this one to go then? Let's see. I've got that one there, so I don't really want to go there. I could go right there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Just making it up as we go along. Okay. My gosh, my book is like running the show here. I'm not running the show. So now I'm gonna go do the last one here. Yep. And then back through this one. And then under the lace, hopefully. There we go. Yep. And then back through the middle for the final. And look at that. I don't even know where my middle is. Where's my middle? Is it right there? Wrong signature. Hello. It's right here. Yep. It's right here. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Seriously. Like, my apologies if I've thoroughly confused anybody, because that is not my intention to do. But sometimes I just confuse myself too. Oops. I got it together though, I think. I feel like we definitely need to do the 5 on the back too, because that's gonna be kind of weird. Like, would anybody even notice? There we go. And there we go. All right, I can still do dingles. Oh my God, I gotta laugh at myself because all right. Okay, how many of these do I have? Anybody left anywhere? I should have 5 of those. I should have 4 of these, a bazillion of those, and 2 of these. There it is. There I have. Okay. Oh, the final one. Thank God. Let's see. I have all these strings coming down, some going up. I don't know why, but that's right. This goes here. And this goes in here. And I think, okay, if I remember right, I'm not really taking it up to the front, to the top. I'm like just a little bit, because this one is going to come down. It's not really gonna go up here like that. I didn't want that. I want it to come down and I want the top of it to be more protected. So this one I want to start there and I want to come down there. All right, I do remember that. And then I have my page in there. Same thing as the front. These ones are identical. I really like those little pink roses. Okay, so inside you go. We will try to use these on the sides. They're just not that tight either. They stress me crazy. But they're easy to get off. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna put one right here. Okay. I'm mainly just putting these on here just to kind of hold the papers in place somewhat so that I don't twist and rip them. If I don't even know if that's possible, but I really feel like it's something that I could absolutely do. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that's down in there like I wanted, nice and snug. I'm gonna clip these ones together here so they stay out of my way. All right. Grabbing this guy here again, and I just want to put this piece in here. That's it. Stand up again. I got my awl. And this one I don't have to worry because as long as I just stay within this card, all 5 stitches, that's all I have to do. So I know that's right here, and it's gonna go right here, but I want to get all of them. So I think for this one, I'm gonna start at the bottom. I'm gonna go my first hole there. And then the top one, I'm gonna go, it's gonna actually not be in this one. I think I don't need it because I'm gonna have 5, right? So if that's the middle, we'll do middle there. I'm like being all crazy here. And then I'm gonna go one in the middle between these 2, because I want this whole thing to be in the card. Oops, for sure. The top is the card all the way to the top, even though it doesn't have all the papers. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna go 1 there, and I'm gonna go, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 1 right here. Okay, I hope that made sense. So, although I would love to have all my papers in there, I feel like I have enough holes in this smaller paper to keep it intact. My card that I'm sewing it to ends like right here. So I wanted all these holes and all these papers in that. And then I wanted to make sure that my middle also stayed within there. Does that make sense? And my card on this side goes all the way to the top. Okay, let's see. So now I'm just gonna give these, now we know that a little bit fatter hole works definitely better for me. So I'm gonna just give them all another little push, another little, you know, just fatten them up a little bit. Well, I guess I need to cut these, don't I? So we got 1 and 2, and then 3, somewhere in that vicinity anyways. Okay, I gotta go get some, I have an Amazon cart. I need to go sell something, and I'm gonna go buy my stuff on my Amazon cart. I have some, I'm gonna get the needle, the awl. I'm gonna get the awl. I have to get some more glue. Well, I don't have to get glue, but I don't like getting close to not having glue. And then there's something else in there I had to get. What is it? What is it? Cannot remember. That's all right. So in through the middle. And then I'm gonna go to the top. So not to the very top, sorry. I'm gonna work my way up first. I'm gonna go to the second to the top. There. Okay. And then, whoops, hanging on to my tail a little bit. Come on, you weren't supposed to go in that far. I want you out. And then I'm gonna go to the very top one. I'm gonna stick my needle through there. Pulling it there, out. All right, I'm gonna give it a little bit of just a little bit of a tug, not much. And then I'm gonna come back down to the second to the top. I'm gonna go in, trying really hard to not split my threads. And I'm splitting it, so I don't wanna do that. So see that? So I was going in between that, and that's gonna bind me up, and I'm not gonna be able to get a tight signature. It's gonna be loose, it's gonna be all kinds of craziness. So just doing it again and making sure that my thread's all the way to the side. If you need help with another one of your needles to pull it over, that's fine. You can make this loose if you need to while you're working on here, because you'll be able to tighten it up. So now I'm gonna tighten that up. See, just like that, easy, easy peasy. I'm gonna tighten that one back down there a little bit. Now I'm gonna take my thread, my needle and thread. I'm gonna skip the middle. I'm gonna go to the second to the bottom, stick it in, pull it, nice. And then I'm gonna go to the very bottom. I'm going to put it in just the paper, not my finger, you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe if I turn it so I can see where my hole is, that'd be easier. So I'm already struggling, and I already know from experience that I'm just gonna make a big giant hole. So I'm just gonna stick my awl through the middle part, just make it a little bit wider so I have a little bit more room here. And then I'm gonna pop it through there. There we go, easy. Then again, just give it a little tug. See how I was messing around. So I'm gonna pull my middle string. I can pull that one, I can see where it's going, and I can just pull that in there. Just a little bit of strengthening, pulling, not too tight. Now I'm gonna come back up to the second from the bottom. I'm gonna go back from the inside back to the outside without splitting my threads. Good job, Sandra. All right, and then for the final stitch, before the tie, we come back to the middle. And then we're gonna pop the needle back through there again without splitting our thread. And I did not, oh yeah, see, this is what, so can you see that? Can you see how is the camera picking that up, how I'm in that thread? That's no good. No bueno for that. Let's get that out. There we go. And I was able to pull that back out because I did not sew through the thread on the outside. I was coming through it from the inside. There we go. Give it a tug. Now, for a little extra stability, I'm gonna bring this over and I'm gonna just wrap it like that. I'm gonna bring this one over and I'm gonna just wrap it like this. So they both will end up back on their same sides, but I just have this little extra there. You don't have to do that. It does help for a little bit of leverage when you're tying your signatures to get them a little bit, just to strengthen them up. And the wax thread works together because when you pull it together and you bind them together, they seal, you know, because of that waxiness. So at this point, I'm gonna give them a tug, and then before I tie it, I'm just gonna look really quick, make sure everything is nice and lined, nothing's bubbling up, liking that. So then I'm just gonna, so I'm gonna tie it like that, and then I'm gonna tie it like that. Get my double knot, and there we have it. Voila! Oh my gosh, 10 hours later. Just kidding. It's not gonna, it seems like that to me because I'm gonna be cutting some of the struggle in the beginning out. I'm gonna leave some of it for you. I'm gonna take a lot of it out because it's just too much of the same thing, and I want you to see the signatures actually getting sewn in. So I want you to see some of the struggle, because that's part of it, and we all struggle sometimes a little bit with different things, and this happens to be one of the things I struggle with. So, and it's also one of the things I've noticed other people have mentioned to me through email and through, well, I mean publicly here, but also through private email, that is something that they struggle with also. So it's nice to see somebody else struggle and how they try to forge through it. So there, I don't know if I'm using the right words in the right places, but I think you know what I'm saying. So there we go. We have our signatures in. I need a break. I'm going to go take a break now, and then when I come back, what I want to do is I want to address some of the issues that I created by making those messes when I was sewing in the first signature, which is right here in the front. Not that one, the very first one. So when I made extra holes where I wasn't supposed to, tearing it up, shredding it. So I want to address some of these things here, and then I would like to figure out all my lace on my sides, but I might be laying down something else before the lace. So hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. I hope you got a good laugh too. That's always helpful for me. And I will see you on the next video, my friends. Enjoy all your moments. Bye.